Now, this is for teenagers up to age 24. This is a very important stage in life because this is where the foundation of life is formed. On the other hand, it is very precarious, and if not well managed, then uncommon destinies can be lost here. Now, what happens is that most of these young people learn through disobedience. You tell them something and they do the exact opposite of what you've told them. What happens is that at this stage, the word consequences does not form part of their vocabulary. So they believe that they are too young for the challenges of life. They believe they are too young to be addicted and they still have time to change if they want in future, not knowing that by that time they'll be already slaves of drugs. They believe HIV and unwanted pregnancies are for the grown-ups. And so some of them end up engaging in very careless sex unprotected because they think they cannot get HIV and so on. Unfortunately, their eyes clear immediately. They fall victims of the consequences. Some of them can drive very carelessly at very high speed because they think at their age they cannot cause accidents, which is quite unfortunate. It is during this age bracket that peer pressure is strongest because most of them derive their self-worth from the acceptance of friends. And so they can do anything just to belong. If you check very well, you ask many people who develop some bad habits, they can trace it to their teenage age bracket. Most of them started abusing drugs when they were teenagers. Why? Some of them didn't even like it, but they liked the company. So they did anything to belong to that company. All right? Now, what happens is this. Among the possible solutions, among the possible things that we can do to help these young people, I will offer two. And one of them is create an environment for them to talk. Most of these young people in our generation have done unfathomable things that a 60-year-old person has not even imagined. And they can't share because they believe the society will judge them. So they keep search for themselves, and some of them fall into depression. So the best you can do is to create platforms for them where they can speak openly without being judged no matter what they say. And that speaking alone can save these young people. If they keep it for themselves, I can tell you, some of them can make certain irrational decisions because that is the best thing they can think of anyway. So creating an environment for them, be friendly to them, talk to them nicely, not judging them, and so on and so forth. Second to that is talk to them as much as you can because repetition is the mother of persuasion. Talk to them emphasizing on the consequences of such actions. Just play your part. They will pick it, and even one day if they fall victims, they'll remember your words and say, surely I was told this, this and that. And that can be the statements that can bring them back to track. Now, unfortunately, some people extend such to their 30s and 40s. Some people extend this mindset of not believing that consequences exist up to old age. Someone is 30s and 40s and still saying, I don't care. Life is very short, I live once. When you hear someone speaking like that, you've just met a teenager in a 40 or 30-year-old body.